Hello, welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic, and today I am going to be having a look at a puzzle by Redundant, who has featured on the channel a few times before, 3 times I reckon, and this puzzle's called KXVLK, which we can think about in a minute. Don't forget that today was the last day, I'm afraid, to join the labours of Hercules and submit a solution to that brilliant puzzle hunt. Thank you so much to Panthera, Spartacus, and Piotr V one last time for allowing us to host it on Patreon. It was fantastic, and very well done to anyone who got through the whole hunt and is having their names gradually read out on the channel by Simon, or indeed who got through the mini quest, which was hard enough in itself, especially if you tried to tackle a puzzle called Hydra, which I thought was extremely difficult. But there we go. That was absolutely brilliant stuff. Now, on Patreon, there is always going to be more content, and definitely for the first of next month when we produce the monthly reward, it's going to be fantastic. It's a hunt involving snakes, and I'm looking forward to that. Now, until then, obviously, there is all sorts of stuff going on the channel. Simon did a crossword recently. We've had 2 videos a day, of course, since time immemorial. Not quite immemorial, but for a while. And of course, we put up the fantastic parody video 2 days ago, Can of Wormholes or Subtle Advertisement by Sonny Jum, in a video called Who Is This Guy and What Has He Done with Simon? It was brilliant. Thank you so much to Ben Taylor for letting us host that. Fantastic stuff. Certainly, we are not afraid to have the mickey taken out of us. We love it. So there we go. All mentions are worthwhile. Now, what's going on in this redundant puzzle? So why is it KXVLK? Has XV stood in? No, I know why. It's because it has killer, XV, and little killer clues. That's why. Okay. And what we've got going on, therefore, those are the rule sets, but I will explain them. Normal Sudoku rules apply, so 1 to 9 in every row, every column, and every box of the grid. Digits joined by an X sum to 10, so those 2 cells will add up to 10. Digits joined by a V sum to 5, those add up to 5. Not all possible X's and V's may be given. Digits in a cage cannot repeat, but there are no sums shown, so that's all we get. It's not real killer, it's just non-repetitive aspects of killer. And a clue outside the grid sums the digits along the indicated diagonal, which can include repeat digits. So those 6 digits will add up to 24. There may be repeats amongst them. Same is true for this other little killer clue, although I don't think in either case they have to have repeat digits at the moment, but we'll see whether they do or not. So do give it a try on the first link under the video. No idea how this is going to play, but I am going to restart my clock and let's get cracking. Well, all the V's in the grid will be joining 2 cells using the digits 1 to 4. And it might be worth colouring these. It is worth colouring these. Because in column 4 and... oh, they're all symmetrical, aren't they? Okay. In column 4 and column 6, we have used all the possible 4 low digits, the 1 to 4 digits. So those in the rest of those columns are all orange, meaning higher. Right, 2 of these are on X's. So when you have a digit that must now be 6, 7, 8 or 9 on an X, the one it goes with is one of those from 1, 2, 3, 4. And they're on X's with another higher digit. And what does that tell us? This has now told us that rows 4 and 6, maybe we had this originally. Yeah, we did. The symmetry is such that this was given. These are all high. These are low on the X. These are high on the next X. Actually, yes, it's worth noting that, for instance, those 2 are exactly the same digit. Oh, in this central box, we need a 5th high digit. This is 1 low and 1 high. Oh, look how symmetrical this whole thing is. Oh, even the remaining X's are symmetrical. This is a massive... well, I was going to call it a symmetry exercise. That's not necessarily the case, but it is heavily symmetric. Now, what else can we get? Now, in this row... There are 3 highs already, and there must be another one on the X. That's 4. Don't know. I'm beginning to wonder if this is going to be a colouring puzzle. Can we do anything with the diagonals yet? Not really. There's no harm. Like, if they all had to be different, this would now be 3 or 4. But that is not the case. That could be a 9. And that could be a 9 easily. And, oh no, and also I was wrong because that can still be low. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that diagonal. This one, yeah, I think there's got to be colouring involved here. And not the colouring I've been doing already, or... I don't know, maybe we have to add to that. Let me just have a little think again, just in case there's any shortcuts that I'm missing. I don't know. Oh, these are all different. Okay, this is going to help. Yes, now I definitely want to do colouring. Because, well, partly because this could be 1, 4 or 2, 3. There are only 2 flavours of 5 cage. There is 1 with 4 and 2 with 3. Now, whichever flavour this cage is a different flavour. Actually, so is this, because those 2 cells see both of those. So if that's 1, 4, these would have to be 2 and 3, and then these would be 2, 3 Vs. So, okay, I reserve the right to change the colouring approach completely in this, but for now, let's do flavours of Vs. So those are purple, then these are yellow, which is the other flavour. Then they're looking at that cell, so that's purple. That's yellow, because both of those are looking at that cell, and therefore this is purple, and this is purple. This one is yellow, and that's probably all I can do. But in this cage, those 2 are purple, so that's a yellow digit. Same here, and these 2 are purple. So that lets me colour all of my blues. Oh, I'm going to have to colour all the high digits, I think, as well. In fact, good thing I reserved the right to change the colouring completely, because I think we're going to have to go to a single colour for every digit in this puzzle. Now, we're not in the test app, so I can't use the full palette of new colours, I don't think. Or can I? No. No, I can't. So I'm going to use the 9 colours we've been gifted, including black and light grey, and we'll see how we get on. Oh, it is definitely a colouring puzzle. I'm absolutely convinced of that. I think what we're going to do is colour huge portions of the grid, or at a minimum, the amount of cells that are coloured here are going to get individual colours. Then maybe we will learn a bit more about the cells in these diagonals and be able to deduce those. I don't know. Okay, but I'm going to get on with it now. So let's call this colour 1. Well, let's use the one that's in position 1 on the keypad for that. So I'm going to go grey for that, light grey for that cell. Then this is a 4, so I'm going to make that green, which is available. So this is the same shade. So I'm first of all starting with all the purple blues. And this can't be green because it's in the same box. So that's grey, that's green. This is another one, so that's grey. This is green. This one is not green, so it's grey. This one is green. This one is therefore grey. This one is green, and that's all working. Okay, and that's those, well, I'm calling them 1 and 4. I have no idea if it's going to turn out that that's 1, 2, 3, or 4. But now let's select this as a 2 or a 5, and I can use dark grey and purple, so that's cool. Dark grey there, purple there. Sees this cell is purple, sees this cell is dark grey, sees this cell is purple, and this one is dark grey, and this one is purple, and this one is dark grey, and this one is purple, and this is a bit methodical. The accountant in me quite likes making a completeness job of this. This is dark grey, and that's all the blues have changed to the greys, green and purple. Now, I'm not sure I'm going to get so far with the oranges, but I'm going to try it. So the one that goes with green, which if my colouring scheme was... Oh no, I've used 1, 2, 4 and 5. Never mind. Oh well. The one that goes with green, what shall we make it? Let's make it red, because we don't really want yellow or blue sitting next to green, I think. So the one that goes with green to make 10 is red. So don't worry if you can't tell the difference between red and orange. I'll be getting rid of some of them in a moment. Mind you, this is assuming. Now, maybe this isn't going to get me very far. Green, let's say, what were we saying? We were saying that grey might be 1 and green might be 4. So red would be 6. And what would be 9? Whatever goes with grey. That would be in these cells with the light grey. I don't think that makes any difference, does it? So I don't... maybe I'm not going to be able to colour these higher cells. Let's just go back for a moment and make those orange again. I really was hopeful I was going to be able to colour a lot of high cells in the puzzle, but maybe I need to deduce more from what I've done. So, where does grey... Okay, where does grey go in column 2? It's in one of those two cells, the light grey. So, what is light grey's complement? I was trying to make green's complement red, so let's have light grey going with yellow. So that's a light grey and yellow pair. These two are yellow, therefore. Okay, I'm going to try this again. Okay, let's keep going. We'll go back to making those red. And... what's the equivalent? Green, green. There's a green on here together with red. Oh, well, isn't that interesting? Now I suddenly see, I could have done this with yellow here. We've got a yellow there and a yellow there. So that has to be yellow, because yellow isn't green or grey. Well, things are getting interesting now. And red is here and here in column 7 and 8. The red in column 9 is here. Okay, so this feels much more likely now to be the right approach. And we got the yellows. I can't really look across the green for more, across the grid for more yellows and reds. But let's do the same for the partners of dark grey and purple. So this is purple's partner, who is now going to be black. Purple's partner is black. And purple's 10 partner is black. And isn't there another one somewhere? Oh, bother. Did I not? Oh, maybe this isn't fully symmetrical. What's going on? Purple's partner is black. How did I know? Oh, because, right, purple is on those cells, that's it, with black, yes, so that becomes black. Right, it is fully symmetrical, I'm just forgetting what I've done, forgetting the lessons I've learned immediately. And then dark grey's partner is going to become blue, pretty much perforce, I think. Oh yes, orange will be left as... something that we have to sort out at some point. So dark grey's partner is becoming blue, and dark grey is to be seen in these two cells with its partner blue. Yeah, this is why we've been given these X's. That becomes blue. Okay, so now it's just the oranges that... that represents... yeah, well, when we get down to a single cell that can't be any of these colours that we're doing, it's going to be a 5 because all of the other cells have a 10 partner. So where are we now? We've got the greys, black, green, purple and red. Right, that can't be blue. Am I really going to have to do this by colour first? And then, oh no, this can't be red. Yellow, dark grey, light grey. Purple and green. But it can't be yellow and it can't be... What colours can this be? Forgetting orange. It can't be light grey, dark grey. It could be black. That's irritating. It could be black. But if it's not black, it's 5. Because it sees all the other 7 colours. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Red is a 6th. And green, yeah, so it sees all 7. Oh, I'm confused now. I'm sure that there is some way of approaching this a little bit more neatly and finding out better information. So, come on, think about it. It doesn't help that somebody has set off the scaffolding alarm outside, which never means that there's any trouble. It just means somebody's touched it. Anyway, right, I've just noticed that light grey is not in those cells, and it's not in these because they are red, purple and black in some order. So light grey is in one of those two, which I'm not going to pencil mark, because if I did, it would be a light grey halved with light grey, is with the normal way I'd do it, which is meaningless. Anyway, the point is that there is a light grey in one of those cells, so this is not light grey. So we get that fixed as yellow. So we must be able to do the same here somehow. Yes, dark grey is in one of those two cells, so not here. And therefore it's there. Now here, green is in one of these. That's not green, that's not red. And up here it's purple, that's somewhere here, so that's not purple. And that's not black. Now, does that bring me any closer to the truth? Black, red, light grey, green. What I'm looking at these 3 cells, which can't be any of those. They also can't be dark grey or blue. So they have to be a triple of purple, yellow, and the other colour that I haven't got. Okay, I'm going to take out all the oranges that I've done. Let's see if I can remember that that pattern is all high digits for the future. Now, this is a genuine pattern of 8 different colours. These, I reckon, they have to be, just checking, red, green and blue. They are orange, yellow and purple in some order. Well, we know where yellow goes then. That is a weird sort of naked single because of those 2 yellows. There has to be a yellow in one of these places. So that's orange and purple, and I can't tell how they are made up. So they get a flash digit. But this is yellow. One of these 2 is yellow. Oh, that's yellow. That's yellow. Oh my goodness, this is working. That's yellow. And that's all the yellows in the grid. And that's quite exciting because that implies I may be able to colour the whole grid with all of these colours. And I'm trying to remember that orange is going to be 5 because it doesn't have an X partner. Anyway, these 2, which they are black and light grey. And I don't know the order, but I'm going to mark them with a flash. But they will tell me that this is orange. And I'm just, for the now, remembering that that's a 5. We will come back to that when we need it. These must be determinable as a pair. No, in fact, I must be able to go further. They're not. Yellow, black, dark grey. Is that dark grey? Yes, that is yellow, black, dark grey or purple are not there. Just looking at the keypad. They're also not red and green. Now we've done orange. These are light grey and blue, and we know the order because of this blue. I can finish off this box if I know what the 9th colour is, which just takes some elimination. It's dark grey. Now up here I've got red and green to put in, and I can see which way round they go. I'm going to be able to do all of these corner boxes now. Red, yellow, green. So we need a dark grey there. We need blue there. And we need orange, Mr. 5. There he is. This is fascinating. I mean, maybe there are other ways of doing this, but I suspect this is actually the intended way. Now, down here we're going to have black and purple. So that one's purple, that one's black. That's... oh, why is this not happening? Something's not... oh, this is worrying. What have I done here? I've had a screen freeze. Are you able to still hear me and see me? This is very, very weird. My screen has frozen. Okay, give me a second and I will come back with a live screen, hopefully. Okay, so I think you can still see my screen. Thank goodness. Okay, and I've unfrozen it by coming out of the browser and going back in. And what I was about to do is say black is looking at that cell, so that's not black. I don't know what happened there. That's very weird. So that becomes black. This one I must know is... I don't know. We'll get back to that. Let's look along the bottom. We've got a green to put in. That's got to be here. And orange, Mr. 5, who seems to be very symmetrically disposed. That can't be purple. That must be purple instead. This is... no, I've got this to do in the row is blue. Yes. This in the column is... is it red? Yes, and so's that. They're both red. Okay, so I must be... oh, I've got yellow put in there. Yes, because yellow, yellow, yellow. Okay, so there must be an equivalent of that. Red, red, red here. Let's do this column. We need an orange, which could be in either. But what other colour do we need? We need black, which can't be here. So that's orange, that's black. Let's do this column, column 4. I bet it can be done. So we've used black, both greys and black. We've used green, purple, yellow. So we've got blue, orange and red to go. That one is in a box with blue and red. This one therefore is blue. That's red. Now we can do the central column. It's much more difficult to do with colours than numbers, I find. Orange, 5 in the middle of the grid, as so often happens in these wonderfully symmetrical Sudokus. This is one of the greys, light grey. Now we've got two pairs of 3 to do, and then we're going to look at the little killer clues. And in fact, thanks to the magic of Sven's software, I hope the rest of the puzzle will unwind incredibly quickly. Blue, purple, and this is orange, and we get orange here as well. Dark grey has to be here, and this is black. Okay, that's the grid, fully coloured, thoroughly rainbow. And now we're going to look at numbers. So, this is 24. And look, a V is made by dark grey and purple, so those add up to 5. Oh, and yellow and light grey add up to 10, so those are 15. Oh, that leaves these two to be 9. And that's telling me no more than that blue is a high digit. Oh no, we worked out orange was 5. I could mark that straight away. None of those 5s are on these diagonals. That's irritating. I was hoping they would be. So 5 there, 10 here. What about this diagonal? Is this easier? We've got a green, blue, 2 blues, a green and a black. Blues are high digits. Green is a low one. black is a high one. It's not on any of the V's. That leaves quite a few possibilities, especially if blue was 9. Oh, I don't know how to do it. I thought this would just unwind quickly. Oh, light. Am I meant to mix the two? Oh my goodness, my palette is not rich enough for this. Right, I'm going to try... What can I do? Look, black and purple make 10. Right, the total of these two together is 27 plus 24, 51, counting this blue twice. Now, green, I don't know if this is going to work, but it's definitely worth a try. Let's get rid of the high ones. So black and purple make 10. I want to flash those with a digit. With a colour. I can't really do that. I'm just going to keep them highlighted. Black and purple make 10. What else is high? Yellow is high. Yellow and light grey make 10. So we add in yellow and light grey and we're up to 20. Now we've got a dark grey. Oh, which... goes with a V to make 5. Oh, goes with a blue as 10, yes. So dark grey and blue, that's 30. Green and light grey make 5, that's 35. We take 35 from 51, and we're left with 16, which represents 2, counting this blue cell twice. 16 divided by 2 is 8. All the blues are 8s. That's how to do it. That is fantastic. And now I'm hoping I can just cycle through these colours. 8 is on an X with dark grey, which becomes 2. 2 is on a V with purple, which becomes 3. 3 is on an X with black, which becomes 7. Oh, and that kind of trail runs out. Okay, let's use the 27 diagonal now. 8 and 8 is 16, and 7 is 23. Green is a 4, that works fine. Green is on a X with red, which is 6. Green is on a V with light grey, which is 1. 1 is on an X with yellow, which is 9. And the puzzle is suddenly finished. From having no digits 3 minutes ago, I have all the digits in it now. That is a beautiful rainbow idea. It's so funny. I'm so terrible at telling what is going to be a Colour Me puzzle. This one, I didn't even see the symmetry at the beginning. I thought it was going to be a regular sort of XV numbers puzzle, but it was nothing like that at all. And look at these these little killers: 4, 8, 7, 8, 1, 3, 2, all the low numbers, 9, 1, 8, 2 of the highest. I mean, if there is another way of doing that with numbers, I'll be rather surprised. But I imagine it's unbelievably laborious. Whereas the colouring way is fantastic. So thank you very much to Redundant. I loved that puzzle. That's really entertaining. And I enjoyed it a lot. Sorry about the computer glitch in the middle. Not used to that. But hopefully it hasn't ruined the video. Thank you as always for watching. And hope to see you again soon on Cracking the Cryptic. Bye for now.